Okay. All right. We're live, everyone. We're here. We're yapping.
Can hear us now?
Yeah. They can hear you. Like,
hello. Oh, the scene! It popped up on my screen.
Let's go.
Let's go.
okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to session 2 of Eternal Return D&D. Me and my lovely people here with me, Woodbine, Orb, and Eclipse, are wanting to do some D&D, some Dungeons and Dragons, using a modified version of Blades in the Dark called Anti-Heroes. And yeah, we already did session 1. We wanted to test the water, see how everyone felt. It's going pretty well, so we're gonna try and do session 2 and onwards streamed. And hopefully maybe up the production and make things look fancier and cooler and prettier. But for today, this is what you guys kind of get, I guess. Also completely random, and it's gonna really throw off the pace of this conversation. But if you're comfortable with the clips, how old are you? I was gonna ask, and then I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go live and then ask.
Okay.
I don't.
Just gonna let it rip.
I mean, you don't have the answer. You don't have the answer if you're not comfortable. I was just like, it was on my mind, and I was like, wait, I don't think I know.
Just type it. Just type it if you're not comfortable saying it.
Yeah. Or don't tell me.
Yeah, or don't tell me.
Yeah, or just don't tell me. I'm also fine with that.
27.
Damn, I'm still the baby, man. I'm still the baby.
Child.
Oh, I'm old.
No, you're not. I'm just baby. Apparently.
I was working a summer job, and I was talking to a coworker, and they're like, "I'm sure with all your years of wisdom," I was like, "Oh, I'm
Jesus,
old."
man, that's evil. That's evil. That's
like
so
18.
evil.
I'm like, I'm old.
Bro, I dude, that's evil. That's straight evil.
Pure evil. Yeah. Okay. I had a hunch. Okay, cool. Okay, awesome. That aligns with my brain. Again, just totally was like on my thought, and I was like, I have to like bring this up completely randomly.
Do you have to bring it up?
No, I just
She had to.
I was wondering, because I was like, I feel like you're in like the same age bracket as me. Well, but I'm older, so it doesn't matter.
No. I don't know what
Would it
the range of an age
if I
bracket is.
wasn't?
What?
Would it matter if I was older?
No. I was just curious. If it was more so to see, like, was I right about you being in like the same like age bracket as me?
Just to sate your desire to soul read.
Yeah. That's exactly it. Also, why is my Twitch notifications not happening?
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that, actually. Just do a manual announcement.
Yeah.
I pinged some people.
Oh boy. You have all of GSK. All right, cool.
Yeah, let's go. 5 whole people. Let's go.
Okay.
Wait, why that
Actually,
not?
how many people? Woodbine, can you tell me specifically how many people have that role?
Yeah, 16.
Whoa. Okay, wait, we're kind of
Whoa,
stacked.
huge. Yeah, big numbers. Big numbers.
I mean, surely
All the
Eternal Return
stuff.
people want to watch Eternal Return, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Where's my?
If we get there, we'll get there. I promise.
Where's? What, sorry, what, man. Look, okay, this is like the best part too. That like we get to just have like, the most scuffed introductionally opener ever to our very first stream. It's good.
No, but I think that's like peak. Yeah, that's like peak.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Instead of making a dice roll, can I play a game of Eternal Return?
And based on your game actions, and in that game will like determine like if you get a good like kill, like that's like a good combat roll, and like if you
And that's
die,
how
then,
we
like,
Kill Darko in a ranked game.
Hey, this is
like
how my
every
D&D session lasted
hour.
12 hours.
oh, you
If
know
I kill Darko in the game, that reduces the power of his mythos, and he becomes weaker.
exactly that. Yes. So okay, wait.
Attacking his very being.
There's one thing that we're gonna have to update on this sheet later in the future, but we're not gonna do it today, everyone. But we forgot to include wounds.
Wounds?
That'll be important.
That's kind of hard though.
Yeah, but I mean, I can make it work. I just have to. I'll just like make like the stats smaller and like wounds to the right of it, or whatever. We can make. We
Just send it back over then, real quick.
no. We'll deal with that tomorrow.
When we get wounded, just move over
Okay.
an image of
We
the
could-
wound that we have.
We get,
Yeah.
guys, it'll be better next time. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it'll be
Like,
better
if a
next
wolf bites
time.
my arm and shatters it, then just put a shattered arm next to my little guy. And
Oh,
he'll
This
know
is
the
man.
arm is
this
shattered.
is the trial run. This is the trial run.
Yeah, wow, what immersive D&D we have, where we're gonna add like a shattered arm next to our characters just to represent the pain and the suffering. Okay,
It'll make it more present.
now, all right, let's get into the session. So I'm gonna give us a little bit of a rundown of what happened back in session 1, and then we will continue into session 2 here. So at the start of session 1, our 3 survivors, Oscar, Wes, and Julia, woke up in the middle of the forest on Lumia Island. At the time of them waking up, they were awakened to the screams of a man crying for help. They got up and immediately rushed over, finding a man named Liam currently being attacked by a wolf. Wes sprung into action, immediately jumping and kicking the wolf away. After saving Liam, he brought them back to his camp, gave them a lay of the land based on a map that he had, and based on that, he gave them some directions and help onto a place that they could go, which was a city not too far south from there. The party decided to stay with Liam for the night, had a good stew time where Jiu, I believe, ended up ruining his wine bottle that he had saved for a while, causing some conflict that made them kind of awkward and wanting to leave in a hurried state. Once in town, the party looked around, and I believe Wes wanted to get a blade, ended up actually stealing a blade from the shop, and was approached by a man who saw what he did and essentially blackmailed West into doing a job for him to steal an item from a man that owned an inn at the other part of town. Once this was stolen, the debt would be clean and they would never have seen each other again. Wes ends up agreeing and works with the rest of his party to break in, steal the item, as well as 2 other items, electronic device, as well as a vial of red liquid. Stealing them both, or stealing all 3 of them, making the deal with the man that blackmailed them, and afterwards they ended up heading to a place known as the Hollows, which is a crater where it looks like something crashed into, that was now converted into basically an arena where people fight to the death, and people of this town watch in enjoyment of their sufferings. During this, they were approached by a mysterious woman named Ava, who mentioned they are part of the resistance that is currently fighting against the kingpin that runs this town, Darko, and had introduced them to their leader, Mia, who has asked for their help in liberating this town from the tyranny that is Darko's. And at this point, the party has agreed to assist them in this matter.
Don't trust her, chat. Don't trust me.
Yeah. Wes does not trust Mia.
Wes doesn't trust anybody.
That's not true. That's not true.
How many people do you trust right now?
At least 2.
Okay,
Oh.
that's good. That's good.
Okay.
There's 2 party members. That's a good sign.
That doesn't mean anything.
True. It doesn't mean that you are
He
the
didn't
2,
say
but
he was
like,
a true party member.
Yeah.
He might trust his dog and his
Didn't
cat
say
at
it was
home.
Party members. Oh no.
doesn't trust himself. Okay. All right. So, I'm trying to remember the last thing that we left off at, but I will just kind of jump us in here with Mia, I think, had just gotten her man Alex to hand Julia a gun. I think Julia just received a gun from requesting it.
+1 gun.
Yes. So yeah, Mia will go. Well then, since we've come to a mutual agreement of being able to assist us here, I believe I might have a mission for you then. I will have Ava will give you the breakdown of it, but it'll be of utmost importance if you can take this on. Think of it as a wave of initiation into the resistance. Yeah, at that point, Mia's gonna turn and walk towards the computer that was in the back of the room where someone is currently working on, and Ava will like turn and walk towards you guys, and she ends up bringing out a piece of paper and hands it to who like has done most of the talking from last time. Was it Giu?
Here it probably would have been Giu, yeah.
Yeah.
In this situation, it would have been Giu.
Yeah. Yeah, Giu, she hands you a piece of paper that has a name on it, which is Lieutenant Ramos.
Oh.
Yeah. And she'll go, "This is Lieutenant Ramos. He is someone that is a little bit more higher up in the enforcers that work directly with Darko. We have belief that he is currently doing dealings of sorts that could be actually going against Darko himself. And I believe that if we are able to retrieve his ledger that he tracks all of these dealings with, we might be able to actually use this either as leverage against him or to be able to hopefully bring some type of advantage here for the resistance in weakening Darko's hold on the city. I'm hoping that you three might be able to find a way to get into his place and acquire said ledger."
Yeah, we could do that. Do you know where his place is?
Of course, yes. He owns a manor at the end of the city. If you head up north past the hollow into the higher town, you'll be able to find it. It stands out pretty well, but I must warn you, it is still guarded quite well. It's an old stone ward. It's got plenty of guards he still has that protect it while he's not around. But I trust that you guys will be able to find something to be able to make it through.
Wait. You want us to steal from the most dangerous man in the city as our first task?
No. I'm not asking you to steal from Darko. I'm asking you to steal from Ramos, one of his lieutenants.
Okay.
I mean, it sounds dangerous, but Wes, you're pretty strong. I probably could do it. I mean, you also stole
Not like you don't have
something
practice.
earlier. Yeah, have all that practice. I mean, if we could do the stealthy route as well.
I mean, you're not wrong. I'm not sure how I feel about this, but I'll figure it out, I guess.
Yeah.
We normally this would be something that we would have someone else do, but you're new to the town. No one within Darko's circle of intelligence knows about you. You should be able to move a lot more freely through the city without causing any suspicions. If someone like Mia tried to do it, or myself, we'd stick out like sore thumbs.
All right.
Sound. Well, we'll try scoping out the area first and see if we can plan a form of attack.
Excellent. Well, I mean, of course, all of our resources here are able to help you. I mean, if you need my assistance, I'm always around. And I'm sure, the wonderful, glorious Mia might be able to help you as well, but she's always so busy working so hard for everyone.
Well,
Sure. What would you recommend for accommodations in the city?
Well,
we're getting the lay of the land, so to speak.
If you have money, you're welcome to stay in the upper ends. There's plenty of lodgings there, but you're also welcome to stay in. We have a few safe houses in this part of the city. Not as pretty, but you're more than welcome to stay at them.
All right, makes sense.
Yeah. If so, I can have Alex lead you there.
sounds like
Think
we
it would
have
be
everything under
in our
control.
best interest to at least take note of the safe houses, whether or not we end up using them.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, certainly. Yeah. Then let let Alex lead you there, and then you can decide if you want to stay there or not. And then she goes, Alex, and at that point she like turns and walks away to go and work away at some talk to some people over on the side where they're at by some crates. Alex walks over and gives you guys a nod with a little bit of a like a little bit of a grunt and starts to walk and heads back up the stairway into the upper top where the chapel is.
Okay.
All right. Just follow him.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah. If you follow him, he'll lead you guys back up on top of the chapel. The man that was with Ava that was sharpening your knife, Wes, shows it to you as you come back up. If you wanted to take that.
Yeah, definitely want to take that. Not a donation. Not running a charity.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you paid him, so I hope to God you want your knife back.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So he leads you out, and as you guys leave the chapel, he leads you down a street further away from the hollows and like the upper part of town, more down into the lower ends. Ends up hitting a point where it looks like a rickety house that's sort of broken and slanted down more. It looks really unstable, and he walks over to the side where there's a cellar door, and he knocks on it 3 times, and then you hear 2 knocks back, and then he opens it, and he gestures for you guys to go down.
Going down there?
That's the safe house if you want it. And at that point, he walks away. He starts to head back towards the chapel.
He just
All
leaves
right.
us there.
I mean,
Let's check it out, I
Just
guess.
finish the job.
unless you tell him otherwise.
Yeah. I'll be the first one to go down the stairs.
All right. Yeah, it's old and
Seems
cricket.
so unsanitary. Oscar goes down begrudgingly.
Yeah, you guys start going down some crickety stairs, and it looks like actually as soon as you come down, it's a lot more well kept than you would have expected from the top. The ceiling is wooden floorboards, you assume, of the upstairs, but there's like fresh like support beams, lots of like cots and lodging area down here. And there's a few other people down here right now that are also just kind of relaxing and getting prepped, like for their own business.
I immediately start to no, change my mind. I turn to Giu and Oscar and I say, so are we staying here for the night?
I mean,
How much? What time is it?
Yeah, it is.
Time to tuck in.
You guys are at probably about 5 o'clock. It's like dinner time.
Oh, damn.
okay.
Hmm.
Now here's the question: Do we want to raid and get the thing tonight when it's dark, or do we want to move during the daytime? Maybe there'll be less people there. They'll be all busy.
Yeah. I prefer to move during the night. There'll probably definitely be more people there, so there's more chances things can go wrong. But also, it's easier to sneak around during the night.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Lieutenant Ramos will be there, but fingers crossed, I guess. Or if we see him, we could always change our minds after we check it out for tonight.
Look, Oscar, Giu, I know y'all felt a little bit better about this because I got away with stealing twice earlier. But I'm not exactly known for being stealthy. More just the getting away part.
Well, are you suggesting we go guns a-blazing then? I cocks my pistol.
It's
Lord knows.
you don't have enough bullets for that.
Yeah, well, as eager as you may be, I'm not excited about trying to take on the entire powerhouse of Darkwood at once. Granted that the Resistance has seemed to have had no luck yet, so I am down for exploring at the nighttime. We could hang out here for a few hours, get our bearings, find out what other resources are available to us, and then we can have some or all of us head out for a nighttime excursion and see what we can find out about the place. We
Okay.
can also do some information gathering as to people here what they know about the city and more specifically about Lieutenant Ramos.
That's a pretty good idea.
So I suggest that we bide our time here for a couple of hours, talk to the people, see if we can find out any more information about Ramos, and then we decide how we're going to investigate his place at nighttime.
Sounds good. Who around here are you thinking we should talk to first?
Okay.
Well, who's around?
Yeah, so you see two people currently. There was the one person that's still up and walking that probably opened the cellar doors that responded with the knock, and then another one that is currently laying in the bed. Both males, just looking pretty raggedly worn, but pretty nutritious and whatnot. Like they've definitely been eating well and whatnot. Just dirty. Also, it depending on what you guys want to do, if you guys had like a course of action of something that you wanted to do, we can definitely bring that into effect if that's what you guys want to do, or if there's something specific you want to do to get information.
If we're all sitting here resting up for a little bit to get our bearings and kind of come up with a plan, I would like to take this time to show you the vial I got and to mess with the electronic device I got.
Okay. So yeah, you show the vial to GU. GU, you see, a vial of red liquid. Looks completely bizarre, something you probably have never seen before in your life.
Like, I can't tell what it does. I just see a vial of red liquid.
Yeah, it's definitely not something that you've ever experienced before.
Okay. Whoa, you found this in the safe? Do you mind if I take it for a little bit?
All yours, buddy. You said something about potions and whatnot.
Yeah, I am
Weirdo.
pretty well versed in anything that can heal, potions, stuff like that. So I'll take it, and I guess, is there any way I could like test it to see what it does?
Do you want to
like,
test it? Like, how do you want to test it? What do you want to do?
Yeah, because I have like the manifestation
wanna
of
throw
like
that
alchemy
in?
and stuff, but
Come up with a good reason why you can test it and it'll work.
If you can tell me anything you want to do narratively, and I will turn it into a mechanic. You just have to tell me what you want to do.
All right. Can I take a drop of it and then put it on the tip of my tongue to see if I can like figure out what it does?
Okay.
The Skyrim style of alchemy, I see.
Okay, let's see. I was not expecting that as the answer, but we can definitely do that.
No one said he was a smart man.
That is a
Look at the clever stat. Look at the clever stat.
That is true. That is true.
This is
He
unfortunately just
cleverly.
my character.
Yeah, but you also have 2 and carefully.
Yeah. So like very carefully do something stupid.
Okay, so this is going to be
Wisdom versus intelligence.
okay, this is going to be desperate with standard effect.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Let me think here. How we're going to do, what type of approach are you taking here? Is this like, I assume it's got to be, it's probably like carefully or cleverly.
Yeah, carefully was my idea, I guess.
Yeah, I think both are fine. There's not a real good word for this one. Actually, you know what?
You could half it out and give him +1.
No. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make you do a fortune dice roll. You're gonna use 2 dice as a fortune roll. Now, is there any other bonus dice that you want to add? Like, do you want to do stress or a devil's bargain or anything along those lines?
Ooh, it is your power. GM, quick question.
Yes.
What in the world is a fortune roll?
A fortune roll is a roll that can be determined based when I don't feel like there is any other effect to happen. So fortune rolls can be very commonly used when NPCs are fighting and I just want to see an outcome. It could also just be a luck roll in the sense of like how well you guys do, because there's no real other factor that we can utilize to it. And with this here, there's not a whole lot of control that GU has other than, taking a drip and putting it onto his tongue. So I think I'm just going to just say, here, these are your dice, roll it.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't. You can only improve the effects of drinking a strange potion in so many ways.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna add a stress die, so it'll be 3 then, right?
Yes. So you're gonna roll 3 dice, and so
Yeah.
for everyone at home that wants to understand how the mechanics work here, this game, how it works is you roll d6s. GU here is going to be rolling 3d6, and if his highest dice result is 1 to 3, he fails. If it's a 4 to 5, he succeeds with a consequence, and if it's a 6, he passes with his result. And for this system, mechanically, because he's added a stress die, if his most right dice on the screen is higher than his 2 left dice, he gains a stress, and if it's a 6, it also gains some stress.
All right. Here goes nothing.
Okay.
Okay.
So 6 is a success, and you don't gain a stress because
Oh,
your
and
stress
no
dice is 1.
stress.
Yeah. So,
Okay, cool.
Ideal.
yeah, you put the liquid onto your tongue and immediately, pull away, make sure that only a little bit touches you as you feel a sudden surge of energy through your body. It sort of almost like instantly consumes you. You feel like your whole body suddenly like bristle up into like bumps as like a sort of like force like sort of flows through you from like head to toe, and your beast form without your willingness activates. You
Okay.
start to transform into your beast form without your wanting to. Yeah. And that's that basically is what ends up happening. Give me a carefully roll.
Careful roll. Okay, so that's 3. Right? Yeah.
Okay, you feel like you don't know exactly what this does, but you can guess based on your knowledge and being the literal test subject of your own experiment that this in some form of way is affecting your VF powers.
Oh.
And yeah, it's interacting with your own powers inside your body.
Okay. Noted. I guess Wes watches me do this. I'll say he witnesses me turn into a bird. Well, I can only tell that this is messed with my beast form somehow.
Well, that's kind of obvious, dipshit.
Can you change back still?
Yes. I'm guessing if I'm not still under the effect of the single drop, I can.
Yeah, if
change back.
you try to
Yeah.
change back, it will let you change back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro got VF blood sample day 2.
All right. Do we want to talk to the one dude in the bed?
You want to wake him up?
You want to wake him up? He's just laying there sleeping.
Yeah. I don't think we want to wake up the sleepy guy to grill him. Maybe talk to the guy that let us in and is significantly more awake.
All right, fine. We'll do the smart thing.
Okay. Yeah. What do you guys do? Do you guys just...
Oscar comes on over, strikes up a conversation. Hey, we just got in here. Any rules about the safe house we should know?
Not too much. Just I'm not sure if you heard the knock, but make sure you do 3 quick knocks like this, and he hits the beam and does 3 consecutive knocks, and then wait for 2 knocks back. As long as you hear that, you're safe to come in. If you don't hear that, then need to be careful.
Sure. We got a mission from the Resistance, and we're hoping to gather a bit of information about it. What do you know about Mr. Ramos and his castle, so to speak?
Well, Ramos, he's held up in a manor in the north end, if I recall. I believe I see him at the Hollows a lot. He tends to watch the matches. I feel like he does a lot of the betting and gambling on that side of things. You probably you could probably find him there if you wanted to find him. But be careful. I mean, he's a hot gun. I find that guy. You look at him the wrong way and he loses it.
All good information. You know, we're trying to find out some more information about potentially doing a little bit of breaking and entering. Anything that we should keep an eye out for?
Where are you breaking and entering into?
His castle, so to speak.
Oh, let me think. I mean, I haven't really been up there. I'm pretty sure it's guarded though. I think he's got at least a couple guys that he keeps on staff to always guard there. That sort of basically get to like stay in the vicinity and are paid as like mercenaries. But outside of that, he really mostly just manages it himself. He's not too afraid to get his hands dirty, if you know what I mean.
I see. Is there any reputable or perhaps not so reputable sources of information we could look for in town, or that something you know about?
Well,
Some sort of information broker kind of folks?
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably recommend maybe Samuel. Samuel tends to know a lot of information. You could probably go see him. He's usually found in the trade district area of this part of the town. Probably go talk to him. He's always got his ear to the wall.
Sounds good. Thanks a lot for your assistance. If there's nothing else, then those are my questions.
Yeah, I turn to Oscar as we walk away, and I go, I don't think we should tell anybody about what we're going to be doing. Nobody we don't know for sure is on the resistance side.
Well,
Yeah.
if they're in the safe house, then we already might be in a bit of trouble if they're on the other side, but you make a decent point.
I'm talking about the merchant he was talking about.
Oh, of course not.
Yeah.
We want to be a little bit more subtle in our dealings.
And Wes, I believe you said you were messing around with your gadget, right?
Yeah, I wanted to try and learn about it, but we went from Woodbine to talking. So
Yeah. No, that's fine. Yeah, I know that you were. I was gonna loop back over.
that's okay. No, I trust you. I trust you.
Yeah, you're working on it. It's okay. How are you approaching it?
Here, let me pull my sheet up. Yeah, probably cleverly or forcefully.
So
Just like trying to figure out what the hell it is, trying to turn it on.
Okay, so you're trying to go. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna give you a controlled standard effect for you. If you want to give me a roll there.
Do I get to apply power dice here? Inventor power.
For what in what regard?
I guess I'm not making anything, so I shouldn't. Never mind. Yeah, I'll just roll 2d6.
Okay.
Me.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to make a clock here for you. And this will be... Yeah.
It's a bomb!
All right.
I've seen this one before.
The clocks might be my favorite mechanic from this game.
Wait, really?
They're really good.
Yeah.
They're really, really good.
Okay. So you start to like... By the way, chat, unfortunately for today, you guys are not going to be able to see these. I will work on having these visually for you in the ahead of time. However, how this basically works is there's now a clock mechanic system of this. This would be a timed featured mechanic that's happened. Wes here, working on this device, is trying to figure it out. And, you know, as he's doing his problem solving, he's fidgeting with it, he's forcing through things, you know, he's like trying to like take part little moments, like see if he can turn it on, all the quick kind of ways of messing with it to try and find all of its pieces. You're not able to fully figure it out yet. It seems to be a very unique tech piece that you yourself have not firsthand experienced before. Like, you recognize like some of the key components, and like, you know, you can be like, oh, okay, well, this is probably used as like the monitor screen, like this button here is probably like the function, but it's not
Yeah.
something that you've ever actually personally handled before. And yeah, you think you're going to need a lot more time on this. So this clock system here is to figure out how to get it to work. And so you'll need to fill up this clock progress to do that, which will take more and more downtime and going through your process.
So are we doing that now, or is that something I have to come back to
That's
later?
something you'll have to come back to later. So you've made work on it.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah.
You've worked on it. You're working, made progress. But like, this is going to be a longer project than you first thought.
Yeah.
Which was supposed to be what Gio was going to have, but then Gio put it on his tongue.
Yeah, Gio just does damn
Yeah,
two
what are you
12s
talking
in a
about?
row, filthy high roller.
What are you talking about?
Gio's never even heard of a lab before.
That's crazy. I can't believe that guy did that.
That's wild.
Who is this man?
Actually. Okay, yeah. What do you guys want to do in the sense of the mission? Like, do you guys want to like go stake at the place? Do you guys want to go see Ramos? Do you want to go talk to someone else?
Good questions. Personally, I think that we should probably do a bit of a stakeout in terms of investigating the building. That way, we can get an idea of what the average day there looks like and what we want to do from there. It would not be unreasonable to try to interact with Ramos or potentially ingratiate ourselves to him at the arena. But the guy has been known to be a bit of a loose cannon, and getting our faces more well known to him or in general is not necessarily a good thing.
I would
So
like
that carries
to.
its own degree of risk.
I would like to propose dinner and a short rest.
Okay.
That's a good place to start.
Alright, yeah. You guys are able. So, do you guys want to go out for dinner, or you guys want to have the like rationed food that's here in the safe house?
I would rather just have Russian food here.
Yeah, I'm good with
less-
rations.
The less we're out and about, probably the better for us.
Yeah, the premise of this being easier right now is that we just don't exist. So
Mhm.
Okay.
The
Then, yeah.
longer we do not exist, the easier things will be for us.
sure.
Perfect. Then yeah, you guys get your meals. You guys eat. You guys take a rest. When you skip through all that there, unless there's anything you guys want to do, and we can kind of jump into the next day. Now, here's a direction that we need to decide as a group on how we want to run this. Because there's two ways that we can use this game system into bringing you guys to the next moment. We can do a bit more of the narrative building of your guys' planning phase, or if you guys want to give me a direction of how you guys want to attempt your break-in, we can jump immediately into the heist, and we can utilize the flashback mechanic to cover any any plot holes in the moment for it.
Oh, interesting.
Flashbacks are real cool.
They are real cool.
Flashbacks are how I ended up with a magnet last time.
That's
Yes.
right.
I am down
Wow.
to just send it and flashback our way out of it.
100%.
I am so down.
Great.
Yeah.
That's the way I like to do it. I think it's a lot funner. So now I don't believe that this game system utilizes it, which is really unfortunate, and it kind of upsets me. So I'm going to bring out the Blades in the Dark rules book real quick here, and give me 2 seconds because I need to find it here, because it is...
Anti-Heroes definitely utilizes flashbacks if that's what you're talking about. by the
No,
way.
it's not
Okay, that's
flashbacks.
something else.
There is a certain set of statements that you guys choose from when deciding your mission, which then helps me determine the setting of your gameplay. So
Interesting.
sounds
I like
good.
this. I like this.
yeah, and I'm really upset that this hack doesn't use it. So I'm going to implement it in
seems
here.
Weird, because it seems like it would narratively
Yeah.
kind of slot right in there. It's
Yeah, exactly.
it's basically there already, just not explicitly.
Yeah, it just
By
doesn't.
the end, by the end of this, we can call it Athena Heroes.
Athena.
Yo.
Yeah, we've already made 2 modifications to it. That's hilarious.
And our own character sheet.
Yeah, true. Setting, position, effect, consequences, harm. Sorry, I just need a moment while I find it. I appreciate your patience.
There's
No,
a little
it's-
bit of,
we're resting.
transplanting.
We're short resting. All the
Yeah.
things that we're gonna remember are happening right now.
We're the short rest. We recover stress, right?
No.
Okay.
That
Stress
I did
is,
mention short
whatever
rest. I didn't know
Athena
what we
wants.
recovered.
So I'm still at 3.
There, I think wounds and stuff heal though.
Yes, wounds and stuff heal. But stress only gets removed when you deal with your vice, or I guess in this game it's called your
Oh, okay.
flaw or
right,
whatever.
right.
That's not true. We talked about this last time.
Oh, I keep thinking it's the freaking Blades in the Dark rule, man.
Yeah, we have the flaws and the drives are just for the dice rolls in this one.
No, I do believe that in anti-heroes, and now we can play it by the Blades and the Darks rules, of course, but I do believe that in anti-heroes, stress goes down with the rest.
No, I'm almost positive it doesn't say that. It doesn't go down by stress. It's like you're supposed to build up your stress, and then you're supposed to, like, when you're at 5 or something like that, when you have your badass dice, you're supposed to be able to lower it down at that point.
Oh, okay. That makes sense as well. I just know it's not the flaw, because the flaw refreshes the drive.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
can
so
use
the
your
two
flaw at
ways
any
to
point.
lower stress are when you're in your badass mode, and you're like 4 to 5, you can lower your stress. I don't remember the exact way, and outside of that, it just resets in between missions.
Okay.
Oh, it resets
Is
between
the
missions.
explicit ways for it. Yeah.
Which would mean
Oh.
GU is back at 2, yes?
Okay, then yeah. Okay, good, cool, awesome. I didn't realize that it resets after missions. Cool, good
I
call.
can double
Should
check
I go back to
that.
2 then? I don't remember why I'm at 3.
You would have been in stress from the
You
last
probably
mission.
pumped the power.
Okay.
Okay,
So
back to 2.
let me explain how planning and engagement works, because this you guys wouldn't have seen because it's in the Blades in the Dark rules, but I think this is really good. So when you guys are like, so this is the planning phase, and we can go as much detail or as little detail as we want in the planning phase. I think some planning is always healthy. I think it gives you guys a little bit of flavor and stuff, but let's not like bog down the whole story with it, because we can jump right into it. And how we do that is by you guys telling me your type of plan and then making an engagement roll. So let me give you an example. Assault. So do violence to a target, detailed point of attack. So like if you guys like went with Giu's plan of guns blazing, right? You said we're gonna, barge in, guns blazing, and just like take everyone down. So we'd call that assault, right? It could be like deception. So like, you're trying to like lure, trick, manipulate someone. Could be stealth, right? Trespass unseen, which is I think what you guys are gonna do. Occult, so you could like engage in like the supernatural power, which we probably will never use because that's like a Blades in the Dark specific one. Social, so like it could be that maybe you went to go negotiate with him, or bargain or persuade or make a deal with him. That could be a social one. Or transport, you end up deciding to carry cargo or people through danger, which would not be applicable in this scenario, unless you were going to bring a trade into him. Then I guess that could make sense. I don't know how that would be, but yeah. So that would be the plan. So you guys would tell me what type of plan you want to do based on those. Or do you want to write these down for us so everyone?
Yeah, can you either transcribe them
Here,
or
I
repeat
will-
them and I'll write them down?
I will screenshot. I will take another picture of my book. How about that?
I've got an idea for making some things better next time for production, but we'll just wait till after for that.
Yeah, we'll do it next time. Don't worry, everyone. It'll get better. Our sessions will get better.
Things can only go up from here.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Well.
Well,
Don't. What do you mean?
well.
I mean,
Production. Hold on.
It's just
Production
not
can only go
accurate
up.
to say. It's just not accurate to say. Is all I'm saying.
Well, okay. We can intentionally make production worse, or we can not.
Well.
Well.
I love it.
All right. So you want me to transcribe this where?
Just somewheres for everyone to be able to see it, because like this will be important to kind of decide things.
Then is this fine? Does this make sense to do what I just did? Is
I
there
mean,
any
we
reason
should-
to turn it any other way?
Yeah, I mean, we should still make it cleaner, but this is fine for now.
Yeah.
So what type of engagement would you guys want to do based on like those options minus a cult? I'm not going to let you guys do a cult.
Yeah.
I can't summon Cthulhu to help you slay my foes.
Not in this game. If we were playing Blades in the Dark, yes, absolutely. Summon a Cthulhu and I'm all for it.
In this case,
Summon Wick.
my Wes would do assault and stealth for sure.
Yeah, those are kind of our two options, right?
Well,
no,
they
all
would
of them
just
are.
be,
You can,
yeah.
Right.
To
Okay.
varying degrees of effectiveness.
yeah. You guys tell me what you guys like want to do as like as a broad idea, and then I will bring us into the story. You guys just have to tell me a
Okay.
general idea based on these.
Is
Stealth
our
Like op-
idea
optimally perfect occult, or I mean perfect stealth into transport, right?
Yes.
But likely, especially since of the way West does things, assault and stealth and then transport.
Wait, assault first, stealth.
Maybe
then
just
transport?
assault and then
No,
transport.
no, assault and stealth at the same time.
Interesting. Okay, so stealth we get in, assault, kill everything, and then transport out.
No, more or less, stealth until you get caught, and then after you get caught, it's guns blazing.
Okay, we're only talking about
Well,
the initial plan. So
I think
if
that's kind of default.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're trying to sneak in,
okay,
Yeah.
stealth. Okay, cool. We're gonna go with stealth then.
I'm-
Awesome.
not shooting the front door open. That's
Okay.
not
Yeah,
gonna be the strategy.
The-
All right. First off, I'm going to get. Can someone give me a 1d6?
yeah, someone else do it. I'm transcribing.
I'm apparently a filthy high roller, so
You have been tonight.
Okay. Well, here.
I hope
give
you
it
get
to-
a 1.
Okay. So.
Ooh.
This works the same as our normal rules. So this is success with a consequence. How this works is this is our engagement roll. So this is going to help determine how your mission begins. So as you guys have done your prepping, your planning, you guys have gathered your information about Ramos, trying to figure out the details of where the ledger is, how to get to the ledger, and how to get in there. You guys have finally made your plan and are ready to strike. You work out going with, GUS and Oscar. You guys all sneak out at the time of night. It's probably around like 10 o'clock. You know that Ramos at this point has left and has gone to the Hollows, and have made your way to the side of the manor where there is another house that is next to it. So you're in like a very thin lined alley, dodging the mercenaries at the front of the house, making your way up and over the hedged wall. Once you make it over and have first like gotten yourselves into the yard, you go to the window that you guys had planned to use to wedge open and sneak into. And as you go there, Wes grabs it and tries to pull up. It won't budge.
What am I grabbing? The window for the manor?
Yeah, the window. You guys were going to use the window as your entry point of like pushing it open and then sneaking in. But it's jammed shut. It won't open. You guys are now like the middle of the yard. At night.
I give a heavy style and then smirk while looking at Giu and Oscar. Breaking through the front door or the side door is more my style anyways.
Is it like locked, or is it just like, somebody twisted a knob and it's shut? Or can we determine?
You can give it another shot. Well, Wes put a lot of force in, it wouldn't open.
Well, I'm thinking that if I could see if the window is closed, I can give it a little telekinetic nudge on the other side. I could just unlatch it.
Okay, yeah.
I love that.
Oh yeah.
Much more reasonable than my idea.
No, I like it. I like
If
it.
it's a locked window, obviously it's going to be a little bit more tricky. But if it just latched shut, then I could just unlatch it.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you.
Filthy cheater.
Okay, so we're gonna create some clocks here. By the way, you guys are gonna have some.
Set up the clocks.
Yeah.
Infinite clockwork.
Oh yeah, we're getting like Clock City here. Like
Okay.
Okay, wait. Okay, so.
Side tangent. I read about a superhero whose name was Clock Walker.
Sorry, what?
Clock
superhero.
blocker?
His name was Clock Walker. He could freeze people in time.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Good bit.
That is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I want to be able to draw like straight lines, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to. So you guys are just gonna have to deal with my messiness.
I think I can intuit the general function of a circle with lines.
I don't think so. Okay. Okay. So these bottom two, or if you want to help me out here and you want to type that is Ramos returning.
Yeah, I got you. The bottom two is Ramos returning.
Yeah.
Both of them are?
Yes, both of them
Ramos
together.
has returned.
So okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 16 slices.
Yes, for him to return.
Okay.
Well, if we count the slices in the middle,
Eternally?
there's like some little triangles. there.
Ramos returning. Oh no.
So there's more like 20 slices there, technically. Some of them are just very small.
No. Why is this so? I'm gonna try and keep my
Oh.
language
I'm
to a
pretty sure
minimum.
there is a ruler function.
There probably is, man, but I don't use this thing, okay?
But there is a ruler function, but it's like it doesn't stay rulered.
Uh-huh.
See, like, do you see this line?
I see the line.
Yeah, it doesn't. I just let go and it goes away.
Okay.
I mean, I can hold a line.
One person can draw the line, and then the other person can draw.
Yeah,
the
but
Okay,
there's so much work.
Okay, these two on the left here are guards alerted.
Okay.
So if you want to mark that, and then this one hasn't been used yet. But yeah, the two on the
The
left.
two on the left are
Got
guards
guards.
alerted.
Yeah. Okay. So
other one is undisclosed.
I'm going to say that this is going to use your power. So I know I've been like letting your power go just like without having to use it for most things, but this one here you are going to have to actively focus and use it. So we are going to add the
I need a power roll, sure.
yeah.
I think this will be probably just carefully.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's carefully.
Makes sense.
So yeah, it's going to be risky with standard effect.
All right, going to be a 3d6, 2 for carefully, 1 for the power.
Oh, okay. So you gain a stress, and you do end up using your power, and as you are able to try and get the latch, you see it, you're using your telekinesis, and you eventually are able to actually successfully unlock it and lift it up. And we will add a single marker here for guards alerted. As, yeah, the window opens.
Cool, we're in.
All right, you guys hop in now at the main floor level of the building. You guys are in where what seems to be basically the end of a hallway that leads straight, and you guys can actually see where there would be a main room that would end up going up to potentially the staircase that you guys believe would be the main area to look for Ramos's ledger. Yeah, do you guys head straight there, or do you guys look around? There's a couple doors to your lefts and rights that you guys can open if you want to. You can hear like murmured talk, but it's pretty far away. You assume it's one of the mercenaries.
Well, we have an idea of where the ledger is. We're on a
Yeah.
clock. I suggest we
Just-
open the ledger.
Yeah. I was about to even if that's not what y'all were gonna say, I was gonna say Wes is not here to play around. He's going straight for the
Yeah.
ledger.
Right.
Okay. I'm going to get you guys to do a group action. So like, this is just we're just gonna get you guys to roll together for teamwork here, and I'm gonna get you guys to
Quickly.
Yeah.
Let's do a quickly check.
No, it's sneakily.
Quickly check.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Sneakily, not quickly.
It's definitely sneakily. Okay, wait. Okay, if you guys want to do quickly, it's gonna be desperate. If you do sneakily,
never
it's
mind then.
risky.
I have way more quickly though.
Nah, sneakily's better.
Yeah, I'll go
sneakily makes a
sneakily.
bit
I'll
more
go
sense.
sneakily. All right. So do we all roll and take the average?
So for teamwork rolls, you all roll the same approach and skill and share the consequence. The highest individual result is used for the entire group. So yeah.
That's
Oh,
so
we all rolled
lenient.
it? Two dice.
Yeah, I think we all have 1 point in sneakily. So
Yeah.
Hey, 8 and 8.
yeah, 8,
We're very
7.
similar
Not very
rolls.
high rolly, but not bad. Not bad.
Okay,
Hey,
and
anything more than a 3, I'm ready to go.
all right, and none of you guys get a stress. So yeah, because of that, you guys actually are able to sneak through pretty quickly, not making a sound as we see there everyone kind of making their way through. Giyu, as you're walking and you're like looking, you can see on a mantle. It has some pretty nice objects that you kind of get distracted by as you're about to hit like a coffee table with a vase on it, and immediately you just see West like stop you at the moment before it happens and help direct you through to the with everyone there as we do make it to the stairs. You guys now close to the front door that's to your side. You guys can see through like the glass pane the silhouettes of two of the guards that are guarding the front as you can hear them talk. I assume you guys push right back up to the stairs.
Okay. I need you to allow me to say that I dragged Giyu by his hand so that I can turn to him and ask, do I need to watch out for diseases since I grabbed your hand because he's a bird?
Hey,
That's real messed up.
I used to be a nurse. I have my shots.
That's a fair response.
I have my shots. Oh god. Okay. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, I think you're correct, and that's what we do.
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you guys start to work your way up the stairs, but as you make it up, you realize that the map out of the upstairs you guys thought was correct is actually wrong, and the layout of the upstairs is completely different than your expectations, having multiple different doors that you're not sure which one now would be Ramos's room. You've got one directly in front of you at the top of the stairs. You've got to your right down the hallway 2 doors, and then to the left you have 1 door.
And do we hear any murmuring from any of the rooms? Any voices?
Give me like a roll. How do you want to do? Do you want to just like you're just like sitting there listening quietly for a moment?
Yeah, I'm not really sure which approach that would be.
I'm gonna say it's carefully. I think you're just carefully.
Okay.
Carefully makes no sense, probably. Carefully listening.
Yeah, and it's gonna be just it's risky just because you're obviously taking time to do this.
I see. Dice pop up. Let me roll. Okay, I'm typing it in.
Wait, is there another way to do it besides typing it in? Oh.
Yeah, the dice on
Yeah,
the
you can
side
click
there.
on the dice roller.
Okay,
and you
cool.
can-
All right. Yeah, you take a moment there to listen as you're listening to see like, do you hear anyone? And you do hear in the door directly in front of you someone in there shuffling around.
Okay. I'm gonna use some hand signals to try to convey to my team that there's someone in that room ahead of us.
I'm going to. Do I have to roll to understand?
I assume that you already know. If you
Okay.
want to, you can say that you don't know it, and we can roll. But I assume that you guys are.
I think
Wait,
the hand
it's
signals
way
we're talking
funnier if
about-
I just give Gio a really weird look and you make me roll to understand.
Okay, yeah,
I think the
yeah.
hand signals in this case are more like point at door, X over throat,
I mean-
point somewhere else.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I mean,
yeah,
give me a
yeah.
1d6. Just roll me a 1d6 real
Yeah,
quick.
I'll roll a 1d6 because I just like give him a really weird look.
You totally understand, but you give him a weird look.
Yeah.
Pretend that you do not understand for comedic effect because you have no
Yeah.
understanding of the gravity of the
Yeah,
situation.
All right. I like kind of walk up to Gio and I assume Oscar huddles up as well, so I can kind of whisper. Well, we can go in fast and try and silence them before they can, alert anyone else, or we can find another way around.
Let's just check the empty rooms first. We don't even know if the ledger's in there.
It's
I guess
true.
that's fair, but we're on a time limit here.
Yeah, well, trying to knock somebody out isn't going to make the time limit any longer, is it?
Well, it's not like it's hard to knock somebody out.
Agree to disagree. Let's go for the empty rooms.
Okay.
I agree with Oscar. I think we should go for the empty rooms.
All right, do you take the 1 door on the left, or you guys
Okay.
take the 3 doors on the right?
I think that if we, statistically speaking, if we go to the right, then we can check all 3 of those doors at once by splitting up.
Splitting up. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you
So
guys.
just to be clear,
Yeah.
people in the chat won't be able to see this, but this is the room with somebody in it.
Yes.
Okay.
The door
cool.
directly in front of you guys from the stairs. There is someone in that room, or that's what G's told you.
Okay. G is a filthy liar.
Yeah, you could be lying.
What?
There could be no one in there.
What?
All right. Yeah. When you guys go to the right, which door are you guys going into? Are you guys all going into one?
I want this. I want the top one.
Okay, I'll take the middle one.
Okay. And I guess
I'll just kind of walk off without even like communicating that we're gonna split up and just go into the top door and kind of close it behind me.
All right. When you open that door and shut it, you are in a study room. It looks like handful of books are in here. Although, as much as like the room itself looks like it was like a grandiose study for like someone that should have this entire place filled with books, it actually is kind of lacking a lot of books right now. It only has like half of its bookshelves filled, lots of bare empty spaces, and then there's a front like fine oak desk that is basically got a lamp and nothing on it but a pad where you probably would place your paper for writing and a pen.
Can I immediately like peek my head back out the door and holler at Gia?
Yeah.
Holler?
Yeah,
Holler?
I did say holler.
Okay.
There's another side there.
And hey, you said you were a doctor, right? Can you come in here?
I did used to be a nurse. Okay, and I'll follow him in there.
Okay. Yeah, you walk in, you see the same thing. You see the study room.
I'm not much for books. You see a ledger in here? Woodbine wasn't ready for me to say I don't know how to read.
I wasn't prepared for that.
Flashback. I explained to this guy what a ledger roughly looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know roughly what ledger
Flashback, I ignored him.
Okay, I ignored you.
Right. Okay. But I know what it looks like because I listened.
Yeah, I mean, you guys all assume that it's, it's a most likely a black book that should
Right.
have a bunch of information about trades and deals that Ramos has been making.
All right.
It's explicitly a book that you would write in, so it's pretty distinguishable from, textbooks.
Yeah.
I guess I will, carefully observe what if there's the booker there.
Okay. Yeah.
If there's a ledger.
Yeah. So I mean, if you're gonna take your time, then it's gonna be desperate with great effect.
Mhm.
So yeah, if you want to give me a roll there.
Roll 3d6.
Holy moly, you guys are killing it.
I'm a high roller.
Yeah, apparently. Just the luckiest people alive today.
Yeah, even though you take your time, you're able to still assess things pretty quickly. I feel like you guys have always gotten a 6. It's crazy. You guys are insane.
Yeah.
What the hell? Yeah, you guys you take your time, but even though you're taking your time, you're able to still like precision go through the stacks very quickly, and you're able to assess that the ledger is not on the bookshelves. You haven't checked like all the nooks and crannies of this room, but every book that is like on surface level, like visible, you can tell is not the ledger.
Okay. So yeah, I'll speak to Wes, and it's not in here. We'll try some of the other rooms, and then I'll head back to the middle room.
Okay, Oscar, what have you been doing?
Been searching the bottom room, I suppose.
Okay, so you went into the bottom room, and as you went into the bottom room, you find that this room here is what seems to be a bedroom, but doesn't look like it's the master bedroom. You can tell mainly just because it's a singles bed. It's got a desk on the side for someone to write into. Window on the far end. A dresser. Nothing too fancy. Mostly barren here, but it does look like someone stays in this room.
Okay. Should I do a quick scan over for anything of interest and then head out to the other room, or?
Yeah. Do you want to do that quickly then? Just answer
Sure. What would it be? The roll.
Well, quickly would be probably the action if you're going fast. You're trying to just move through, or I guess quickly or cleverly. Well, either one's fine, I guess.
In terms of difficulty, is it
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. It's gonna be risky with standard effect. Just
Hmm.
because you're going fast.
I doubt, from what I know of this guy, that the ledger's in this room, and I'm not really interested in anything else. So I think upon seeing the room, I'm not even gonna bother.
Okay.
Okay.
You as you walk in, leave. Do you want to go to the middle room, the top room, or go to the far left?
I'm either gonna go into probably just go to the right room and help with that out, and then we can all go for the last room together.
Okay, so yeah, you open up the door to your right into the last one. As you open it, you can see that this is a restroom. And as you walk into there, you leave the top room as you see Oscar walking in there.
Okay. And we all see it's a restroom.
Yeah, if he does the door open, you guys can
Yeah.
tell it's the restroom.
I don't
Sure.
think he's hiding the ledger in the restroom, guys.
It would be very
And
sneaky.
that's where you'd be wrong. And Jiu goes in there and shuts the door and just uses the restroom and comes out and acts like he looked for it.
Okay. Oh
This
man.
you guys a bit of a liability.
You said this Jiu guy is a liability?
I did. Well, you just said it for me. You just said what I did. Like,
What the heck?
Oh, you did that? I was controlling my character. I didn't mean to.
oh, you said Geo. You didn't say Wes. That's.
Oh, that's my bad.
Yeah.
You know, you should not let me control your character,
Yeah.
bro.
I was like, I didn't do that.
Yeah, what the heck?
Yeah, I guess I'll start walking to the room. Yeah, the one that's getting pointed
Yeah,
to
well,
on the far left there.
Head to the far left room.
Okay, as you guys need to cross back over through the door that you can hear someone in, I want everyone to give me a teamwork roll again of sneakily.
Teamwork. Teamwork.
What is that? All is that 2 or 1d6? I can't remember.
We all have
It's-
only one for sneakily, so it'd be 2 dice.
Yeah, okay.
Oh.
Did Woodbine low roll?
Oh.
I rolled. I rolled.
Oh, finally some consequences. Okay, so the stress is going to go on to Oscar. Oscar, you do get stress because basically all your dice, all one of your dice have been swapped with a stress dice because you're doing teamwork. So
Interesting.
yeah, so Oscar,
And he had the highest one.
yeah, he had higher. So basically, you two tied with your stress die. But like, if your stress dice was a 4 and a 3, you guys would have also gotten stress. But
Right.
you didn't.
Okay.
So you guys don't get any. But because
Listen, guys, pissing me off.
yeah, thankfully Oscar does hit the 4. But so yeah, as you guys are sneaking past, being quiet, making sure not to make any loud noises. You guys get past the door, but as West, the last member, is walking past, he steps and you can hear an as the floor,
like a creaky floorboard.
yeah, the creaky floorboard comes out, and you can hear in the room the guy shout out, Daniel, is that you?
Oh.
You were right, you rat. That will not be explained. Okay, so it is at this point.
That's not what you think. It's not. No. Oh my god, that's so funny. That's so funny.
Oh.
You don't know.
Interesting. Okay.
Interesting choice of
Daniel.
names.
No metagame.
Man, Daniel's a
No
common
metagaming.
name. It's a
Listen,
common name.
We've talked to Mia. We've talked to Ava.
Yeah.
They
Yeah, Alex,
are not
yeah.
copyrighted names.
Well, Mia is not my. Thank you very much.
Maybe
Anyways,
she's her fake name.
no, I know. Anyways, I was gonna say it is at this point that Wes really wants to forcefully bust through that door and try and take this guy on before he can say anything to alert anyone else. But I cannot obviously just act on my own. So I look to you and Oscar, and I go, you gonna let me kill him yet?
Oh, you put us in such a weird scenario. Okay, what do we do?
So I think killing him is the most viable thing to do at this point in time.
Okay. Do you want to
Hmm.
just?
You just want to kill him, okay?
Yeah, I want to. Okay, I'll let Woodbine go.
No. I want to see what you're gonna do.
I want to like shoulder charge the door and try and bust it down, which will be rather loud, but I then want to, like, as I charge the door, I'm gonna imagine it's like a hallway and he's like right near the door. I want to flip over him and like put a knife to his throat and like slice. So I can roll flashily or forcefully. I would like to invoke acrobats.
Okay.
Nice.
We are going to go with forcefully for sure. And I'm gonna say it's risky with great effect. He's not ready.
I
for
rolled.
this.
Yeah, I rolled 4d6. I got a 13 total. So 2 low rolls, 2 high rolls.
Okay, so you do gain a stress because your furthest dice is the highest. And yeah, so you get ready as like you can hear is like Daniel, and like you can hear him like getting closer to the door taking his time pretty slowly, and as you're waiting, you can time it up, and you go and you rush forward, barge through the door, and sorry, what did you say? You leap over him and like grab him by the throat with a knife?
Yeah. And just like slice.
Oh,
It's a flying knife takedown.
okay.
If I can't go straight for the kill, then it's just like holding it to his neck.
No. Yeah, you leap over
and covering his mouth.
You leap over, and he's like, "What the what?" And you slice his throat. As
Cool.
yeah, you just killed the man. You seem to be in another room. It looks like it used to probably be like a bedroom, but it's actually been turned into I want to say a communication center, but it's not like a communication center. It's how do I describe this? It's like a place for all of the guards, like resources and like materials and stuff. Yeah, it's like an office. Office is a good way to put it. Yeah. So you just successfully killed a man.
Nice.
Come on in, guys.
I would like to carefully search the room for the ledger.
Okay.
Well, since we are playing fast, there's a decent odds that somebody heard that. I'm gonna go to the left and go for that door since we think nobody's in there. Might as well split up and do this as fast as possible.
Yeah, agreed.
All right, you give me a roll here. It's gonna be another desperate with great effect.
That's for the great effect. I think I'm still gonna do it. Okay.
While he's rolling, instead of like looking around for the ledger or anything, Wes just starts cleaning off his knife on the dude's clothes.
Okay. All right. 5 is my highest roll.
Yeah, so you go and take a look. You search the place. You find a couple books, and as you skim through them and you take a look, and there's nothing of use. So you spend a lot more time than you were hoping for as you skim through, hoping to find that maybe one of these books that you did end up finding in odd places or in drawers would contain what you're looking for, but they're all just either blank or useless information about the daily lives of these people, almost like diaries or like note logs.
Diaries.
Huh.
All right, Oscar. Wow. Oh, sorry. What were you gonna do?
What
you?
No, nothing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oscar, you go into the final door and you find here that it looks like it is the master bedroom. It's very finely well dressed. It's definitely way more kept than the last room. It has a very large desk with many writings and papers on it, a nice rug on the floor, and a closet full of fine outfits. What do you want to do?
A room befitting of what we know of the man. Well, let's look for the ledger.
All right, how are you gonna do it? Are you gonna do it carefully, quickly?
It would be best doing it carefully or cleverly. What's the situation look like for carefully versus quickly?
If you do it carefully, it's going to be desperate in the sense of Ramos returning because you're going to be taking more time. So it'll take you longer, which means he'll be there sooner. Quickly will be risky. You'll do it faster, but you could also potentially make noise and alert the guards.
Well, I think we'll probably just do it carefully. Make sure that we get it without alerting the more immediate threat of the guards.
Right.
So that would be 3d6.
Oh, Oscar,
you hold on. Wait a minute.
Okay, yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. Would you like to resist the consequence?
Now, currently, I'm stressed enough that I am in the badass range.
Okay.
Which means that I can re-roll my entire dice by adding a stress die.
Yeah, I'm totally down with that.
So
become
this roll
badass.
fucking sucks. So
Did you say this roll kind of sucks or has sauce?
Yeah. It kind of sucks. So I'm gonna re-roll that again. And I'm gonna add a stress die, so it's gonna be a 46 with the last one being a stress die.
Okay.
Holy shit.
That looks a little bit better to me.
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
That one.
And you said you were doing this carefully, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You take your time, but you work your way through. you get through almost all of the room. Like you've come through a lot of it at this point. Like GU and Wes, assuming you guys didn't want to stay in that room, you guys kind of also like come in here as like Oscar has been combing through stuff very carefully, almost like gingerly with his I assume you're using your telekinesis, right, Oscar, to move stuff around. Yeah, very like with his telekinesis, he's going flipping through stuff, moving it around, but the ledger doesn't seem to be around anywhere. So you're not able to find it through this aspect. But you've checked all you've checked all through the desk. You've gone in through the closet. You've checked like the bed area.
Very interesting choice of wording, Athena.
Yeah.
Well, it would
I don't know how
not
to
surprise
respond. I don't know
me
how to
if
respond.
a man like this had some sort of secret compartment somewhere that would not necessarily be visible through my first comb through, where I'm just not explicitly looking for such a thing. So, but odds are good that this guy would keep the ledger in his room. So it's probably here.
Upon hearing Oscar say this, I start kind of very brazenly like banging on things, looking for like a secret anything, like kind of forcefully moving stuff around, kind of throwing stuff around. Like if there's a bookshelf, I'm just kind of like throwing books, trying to see if one does anything.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna say this is desperate with a standard effect. And I assume that's quickly, right? Or are you doing cleverly?
I did forcefully because I was just throwing stuff around.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. No, forcefully works.
Yeah.
Also, if we're not, we should be checking desperate rolls, since that goes to our XP pool.
Yes, it does. Yeah, if you get a desperate roll.
If you win or if you fail a desperate roll? Like,
just
what?
for doing a desperate roll.
Yeah, just for doing it.
I have not been tracking that at all.
I think it's mostly just been GU, Oscar, and you just got your first one, Wes. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
was it not a desperate roll to kill him?
What? Oh, it was.
Was it not a desperate
it
roll
was. So you got two. So yeah. That was absolutely a desperate roll, yeah. Okay, so yeah, you're doing it forcefully.
I did not roll very high.
Okay, so you start to bang through, and GU and Oscar, you guys notice that like West is like getting like louder. Like I feel like he starts off like slowly, careful, like like moves a book, tosses a book on the ground. Then he like starts trying to go a little bit faster. He starts just throwing them. He starts like tapping on like the wall and like the floor and stuff. And he keeps getting louder and louder. And GU and Oscar, you guys notice while Wes is like really in focus of trying to figure out where it is, you guys can hear from the window outside that the two mercenaries in the front are talking to each other, and they seem to be like referencing something about the house, and you can hear one of them like open the door into the house. But as you guys are hearing that happen, of the guy opening the door so someone's just entering the home, West, you knock on the floor where the rug is, and you hear a hollow sound.
Whoa. I found it, guys. Let's go. Let's go. We ain't got time.
Is there a window in the room?
There is a window in the room. It's right out to the front.
I'm assuming that, if we went out the front, it would probably be seen by some folks.
All right. I mean, I'm going to try to open up the window. God, this is stupid.
Okay. So there's a couple different things we need to do here. I assume Wes is going to be flipping over the rug and trying to find where the hollow trap door is. And Gio, you're opening the window. You can open the window. That's no problem. West, you get to the place, and you keep like double checking to confirm, and you find the mark of where you had the hollow sound. How do you want to open the floor? It looks like a floorboard.
I've got this bobby pin that I always keep on me. I don't have very long hair, but it's always on me as I'm frequently, breaking into places, need something to lockpick doors when it's needed. A lot of doors still have conventional locks, so magnets aren't going to work like last time. Mm-hmm. So I've got this bobby pin that I try and jam in between in between the floorboards to try and kind of pry it up.
Okay. Yep. Just give me risky standard. It's
just 1d6.
Yeah. Well, actually, are you doing it like quickly, probably. Maybe cleverly.
I mean, yeah,
What do you say?
probably quickly or cleverly, whichever you choose. You choose because this kind of up to your discretion. I feel like
I
which
would say
one is
quickly.
actually. All right.
You can as much as like I'm more than happy to always give you direction with it. You 100% can. If I say quickly, you can argue and tell me why it's something else. As long as you can
Well, yeah,
narratively make it sense, I'm okay with it.
I always feel like if I'm trying to choose, this is just me at least. When I'm like going for a very specific in my description of what I'm doing.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Though. Like sometimes, like if you'd make a description and I tell you it's one thing, but you're like, oh, well, I was really trying to make it like do this, and it's like, okay, well, like we can argue why that is or not. Okay, yeah. Well, you critic successed, so yeah, you slide this in, and it's almost so seamless. Like like you've done this 1,000 times. It's like it's like the same as someone just like opening a normal door and instant click. And the whole piece comes off, and you can move it to the side, and right in there you can see there is a black book, bound with a binder, just sitting there, perfectly in the right size of the book itself, fitted into the floor.
I hold it up and kind of like motion towards Oscar. Is this the stupid book we're looking for?
Yes. Now, how are we gonna get out of here?
Very flatly unimpressed. Yes.
Okay.
Justin.
I am going to put us on a quick break, and we will come back in about 5 minutes for all of our lovely chatters.
Chat on a cliffhanger. All right.
Cool. Give me.
Guards are coming. They've got the book. What happened next?
Find out next time.
Oh, oops.
On, we successfully escaped the mansion.